Hello once more, guys, and yes, as of the moment, I still do not have another intro, which is I miss it. I miss having an intro. I like my intro. I thought it was pretty damn good. I quite like it. I miss it, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe it's still broken. Maybe I don't know. To be fair, what I might do is just maybe like go through one of the older videos and then just like rip the intro from that. And then, hell yeah, I miss that thing. Anyway, right, yes. Anyway, getting back into the game. So, we are in the late December. I was going to say in the midst of winter, but towards the end of the winter right now. And what resistance can we see in front of us? We can see a small garrison, I don't know, about 100-ish power, 111 power within the actual fort of Malbridge, however you say that. And then there is an army there, about 432 strength. Not really that good. Probably about 600 maybe. Something like that. 600, as the cohesion is a little bit low. We are advancing over here, which is great for us actually. So we should be able to force them back. And my plan is I want to try and isolate that Belgian-led army over here. And if I can do that, then that will be spectacular. Okay. So, we are sending forces. I do know the lack of music, actually. Or the lack of sound entirely, so that's quite interesting. Right then, so they are travelling via rail, hopefully. Oh, they weren't. Not too helpful, to be honest. Right then, so we have this force here. Now, how are we going to deal with this one? Well. We need to first take a look at the weather at the moment. So we can see the weather is muddy. Now, whether that will hold, I don't know. Right, we have harsh weather over here. So, I believe we will cancel the movement order as the harsh weather will be disastrous for us. Or it has the potential to be disastrous. Oh, fantastic. He's actually ready to take command of some men, so that's going to be really good. The leader is adept at good reconnaissance, has high detection values. I may as well put that in. Could we... No, we can't use him because he's obviously a member of the British Expeditionary Force. And it does not appear to allow me to combine these, unless it does. No, it doesn't let me choose the artillery as well. So we'll go for both of these then. He's an open order tactician, so he's going to be fantastic. So, there we go, yes. Open order tactician, the general forms his regiments into small units capable of independent actions, +1 initiative and 10% firepower for all elements attached to the general, well, the commander. And he is a good army administrator. The leader is appreciated by his men as he cares about their well-being. The commander provides a 15% increase in fatigue recovery rate of units under his command. So, yep, those men will recover their... cohesion faster. I'm just wondering why there's this... Oh, okay, that would explain it. How big is that unit? 133. Well, I'm going to be interested to see if they actually attack me. That would be it. Right. We have this force over here, then. Of course, they are low on cohesion. Why are you set to like that? Okay, let's change that one. Now then, these guys really do need to recover their cohesion. Let's see. We might just have to use the, apparently we don't have that. I will probably pull some men out from this force. Well, from this area, actually. As we are in harsh winter, it's not going to help them, so I will move forces to Brussels, I believe. Okay, so we'll move this main force over here to Brussels. There we go. They'll be there within 2 days. I'll tell them to go inside once they are... Well, once they arrive. Can I even use this? I don't think I can, so I may end up deleting those things, just because, well, I can't use them. There's not exactly much point in me having them, so we'll see, Okay, this force over here. I'm going to also send you over here to recover your cohesion and replenish the men that you have lost. Let's check our war production. So yeah, we do need to replace some of the guard infantry. Oh. How odd. Oh, currently reserve. Oh, okay, I'm quite confused by that. Okay. Rightio. So we do have some extra men going over here anyway. So the thing is, we basically need to keep our cohesion and order under control. In the east, we have the Austrians over here. Why are you building a depot? That's not what I wanted. Oh no, you're repairing. Interesting that it has the same appearance as a depot being constructed. Repairing the rails over here. Yep, he's going to go over here. Okay. Well, what we could do with this army is, if we can carry on over here, we could basically try and cut off this force here and prevent a retreat. I know. Oh no, we can just. Okay, fair enough. I thought that we could actually repair a rail there. Okay. So we're sending that force to deal with that. Have them hold up. Some extra mountain troops over there. Well, there we go. That really does help us out, actually. How many supplies do we produce? We don't actually produce any supplies here. That's interesting. I think I'm going to construct a depot within the actual place itself, and then at least we have a depot here, which is going to be really easy for us to access. Right, so yes, after reading some comments today, namely, from somebody, one moment, I'm going to get that name. I'll be with you in the moment. Come on. I will go over here to the recruitment. Wait, I'm almost there. Right. Right, Marauder PL. Yes, thanks to the comments of Ms. Marauder, I have decided to actually build some, well, planes and air bases. So let's take a look at these then, shall we? We've got to look at the German ones. So we have the German air base for reconnaissance and fighters. Now, these are 90 war supply. And I'm interested in them, actually. Let's take a look at this. What could we get from this? Well, it doesn't really tell us too much. These guys don't have any firepower. Though, does it show their detection? It might do. Detect land. Yes, right. So they can detect 5. Now, let's take a look at this compared to the value of a infantryman. Right, let's see. Various. Trying to remember where the hide value is. Right, hide value of 1. So basically it would allow us to try and see a lot more with the reconnaissance. And honestly, I never built planes before, so we might as well go for it, and then we could have some fighter squadrons. Now, of course, these guys would definitely shoot down any of the enemy planes, and that's going to become something that will, well, it's going to become more and more important in the future. So I think we're going to construct some fighter squadrons. Like, why not? Why not? They are bloody costly, though. Very costly. Okay, so we'll go for 2 fighter squadrons from the initial... Well, for the initial formations. The Ottomans should be in fairly soon. We have 58 to the Entente's 42 over here. Okay. Romania will be out soon. Bulgaria as well. Sweden is starting to see the light in the Central Powers. The United States is starting to swing towards the Entente, which is okay. They should... Well, they're going to go down to about 50% due to the neutrality. Yeah, they will... well, they are pro-Entente, actually, so it's going to kind of battle it out between the neutrality and their pro... Well, yes, pro-Entente sensibilities. Okay, we are going to need some forces over here, actually. Should I conduct an attack over here? Like, see, reconnaissance forces would be fantastic around here. What do I have here? These are fighters, aren't they? Yes, right, okay. So I'm going to build a reconnaissance as well. Unless I have one... I probably do have quite a number of them, but I just don't know where they've gone. Okay. We have all these forces here. The thing is as well, with winter setting, this is kind of the period where they tend to build up their forces as they have the time to. So, I do want to prevent this. I do indeed want to prevent this. So what we could potentially do then is we could go for a conservative attack over here into Briere. And that would allow us to do some nice little things. I'm going to advance these militia forwards, and they will take up residence in that town of Longwy. Basically to give a garrison to the rail lines. I don't want those rails being taken, or at least the town being taken too easily. Okay. So let's see then. So if we were to attack over here, we could expect, we could expect support from these armies here. And hopefully draw these French forces in and widen this gap. I mean, basically, if we can get these forces in here, then I can try and pin the French down here. I could probably spare a army like this one here, or probably the army under Mr. Repress Bonbayon, and we could send them north to deal with these forces from the flank, and take this rail at the same time. Because we are really not far from Paris. We are definitely not far from Paris, and I reckon we will be able to get there in time. It's going to depend on the actions in 1914 and 15. Well, in the closing stages of 1914. But we shall see. We shall see. Okay, so what do we have over here? We have reconnaissance over here. So we could deploy this reconnaissance over here to Königsberg, and that would be really helpful for us, actually. Right, the riverboat is on its way to being recovered. I'd love to use riverboats here to try and prevent crossings and just bombard the fortresses. That would be quite useful. It would also be helpful over here to help control our provinces. Okay. Now this is interesting. We can actually traverse this river. That would be quite nice, actually. We could actually get to the fortress over here to Konno. So we could perhaps actually bombard them into submission a hell of a lot more effectively. Well, the weather is not bad over here. So we don't need to go inside the towns as of yet. I'm loath to put any of these guys into the fortifications for the time being. Mostly due to the fact I want them to retain that defensive value. Okay, the other big moves that we have planned for this time, well for this turn, sorry, is we are sending out the, I don't know why they're called the first week. You can rename these, I'm sure you could. Somebody said you could rename them. How do you rename them again? I want to know. I'm sure you can do it. Somehow. Somewhere, it's probably possible. I just can't remember right now. Okay, so we should be going out there. Yeah, militia. So you can see these units are actually, well, these transports are actually carrying over some British divisions. If we could sink them at sea, that would be fantastic. Okay. Do we have anything else to do? Not particularly. I might spend the newfound morale that we've gained on some more cash, actually. One engagement, 0.1 national morale. Yeah, okay, 2 inflation. What is our inflation at currently? About 3%. We can afford... Yeah, we can definitely afford that. That's fine. An extra 4%, bring it up to like 7 or something. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. We don't have any in rebel alignment at the moment, so we don't need to worry about that. I can't invest in any new generals for the time being, which is unfortunate. Oh, because it costs us 300 state funds. I see, I see. Right, so the Entente has actually spent about, quite a lot actually, about 900 between them all on leaders. So that's something to take note of. We do need to reinforce the Austrians. Oh, what have I done there? Which is already underway. So we'll combine these forces here so we can see them on the map. Okay, we have quite a few militia divisions here, actually. Interesting. These militias could be very useful. Okay, so we'll send these forces down here, then we'll have them take up residence in the town over there. At least it'll provide some kind of protection. My god, I do have a lot of militia. Where did I send the Austrian fleet? Oh, I'm telling them to go out, aren't I? Yep, okay. Fair enough. Okay. We have 1,337, 1,537, sorry, conscripts. That's quite a good number for us, actually. That's quite good. The Western Entente is at 90 morale, and the Eastern Entente is at 96. That's good. Now, the West can still fight back. They can definitely still fight back, which is why I'm very keen to keep on pressing the attacks. Okay, so we have a hell of a lot of forces over here, actually. Have I made sure that the Austrians are getting their due? They definitely are, actually. I'm just gonna build some extra replacements. I mean, it definitely helps us in the future just to have some spares. And especially as we are getting some extra cash in the following turn. I might construct more submarines in the future, actually. That could be something quite useful. Okay, we are setting out over here. Good, good. Very good. I will turn Königsberg into a munitions factory, actually, in the future. That would... Oh, is it already producing any ammunition? Well, it's not producing any munitions. Whereas in... Well, Posen is the closest place to actually produce munitions over here. That's not very good for us, really. Okay, combine the Breslau garrison. In fact, we'll have these guys head over here. They can go repair that rail. And give the Russians a little bit of something to think about. That sounds good to me. Okay. The balloon actually can link up with Hindenburg. We'll send the riverboat out here. Just cause some damage. Oh my god, Warsaw is hardly defended. That's a light garrison for Warsaw. That's a very nice objective for 12, actually. I think what I might do is swoop Hindenburg in there. I mean, what we could probably do then is use this core over here. Well, these two cores over here. Then again. That's a force I need to conduct a naval landing. That's worth 17. And it's immensely defendable. That's interesting. We'll investigate that in the future, actually. We're going to see how things change. So let's take a note of Italy's alignment. So that's 58 to the CP. To us, the mighty Central Powers. Where are you guys heading? You're heading over here, okay. We have some interesting leaders. Actually, we'll have these guys head over to Brussels. I know there's going to be more forces arriving here. I'm going to spread out some of these supplies. There we go. Keep everybody supplied and happy. Now, we'll just give them this one. There we go. Okay, and we shall end the turn. I'm hoping that we can just siege out the fortress of Antwerp. It's surprising how well, durable Antwerp has proven to be. It's my first time actually recording this late. I usually don't record, but I've changed job roles yet again. So, yes, I record a little bit later on now. I don't work late nights anymore, which is quite nice. And I don't work retail anymore, so whoa! Ah, shit, that cavalry's finished. Or did I already give orders to that cavalry to move? I think I already gave them orders, otherwise I would have noticed, surely. I choose to believe. And that force is actually moving out now, isn't it? Buggery! Okay. And a big day tomorrow, as Fallout 4 does indeed drop on our shelves. I am already preloading mine as we speak, and I cannot wait to play that shit. I've been playing Nobunaga's Ambition, actually, recently. I'm looking forward to, like, getting somewhat decent to that game to actually bring you guys gameplay. Because it's fantastic in my opinion. It's so pretty. Just so addicting as well. Just, oh my god. Like, something about it just makes you want to continue. It's just, oh, it's beautiful. So Japanese, though. So Japanese. Okay, here we go. What are they going to do? Ah, yes. Right, there we go. We can see Indian divisions. Right, they're landing at Brest. We need to stop this. We need to prevent the reinforcement of France. Okay, we have a... what? 0 power. Well, this is going to be the most challenging battle ever. 100... How the hell did you not beat that? God damn it. I imagine because they just surrendered. Yeah, look at these little stacks here. Those little stacks, oh well, that's not a little stack anymore, but these forces over here, we could take them on, and we could definitely beat them with our high seas fleet. And that's what I want to do. I want to make the British fear for their home island. Because we are going to try and launch an invasion of Britain at some point. I have no idea what it's going to take to knock out the Western powers. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. Just, really, just kill them all. Seriously. Is that the Grand Fleet? It could be. There's a hell of a lot of British shipping suddenly out. Oh no, that's a... Ooh. Oh my god, if we can catch that fleet and do damage to it, then holy shit. These naval movements. We even have some French ships out in the bay. And by bay I mean the English Channel, but you know. Oh god, Brusilov, stop it man. Mate. Give it up. Give it up, mate. Just give it up. Gior. Gior, yes, then. Oh, dear. How many men do you have? 1,000 men. Well, you have 32,000 men there. Staff officer in the Tsar's air fleet. Interesting. So they have about 30,000 men. 40,000 men. Compared to our couple 100,000. So we'll go for wave assault. Yeah, about 40,000 Austrian victory. This is seriously racking up some useful victories for us here. It's giving our men some amazing, like, seniority bonuses. Or it shall do. Please, God, let me sink those ships. Please. 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 I want to sink something. Please, God, let me catch those ships with no cohesion. Please. Okay. Oh, come on, I was hoping that the French or the British... Yeah, oh! Oh! Oh, hello! That's a large fleet, made up of primarily of cruisers and some submarines, torpedo boats. And yes, oh my god, this is all cruisers. Holy shit, we just sank 11 ships and... Oh, the rapage begins here. It begins, ladies and gentlemen. The High Seas fleet has taken to the high seas and is out for vengeance. I swear to God, I love being able to use the German fleet aggressively. I don't know where the Grand Fleet is. I'm terrified of it. It's probably in London or Scalper Flow. Probably Scalper Flow. But hey ho, let's make lemonade. Or the sun or whatever that saying is. Right, so the French have actually... Oh, hello. What are the French doing? Is that a separate French stack, or is that the Belgian, or the one led by the Belgian king? I have no idea. The Belgian king was actually a badass. He actually did command his forces during this time. Okay. Come on, let us catch something else. We've sunk 11 ships so far, which is quite nice. I don't know how many of those could have been submarines, but I'd like to think that could have been, well, cruisers. Even so, we've sunk 11 ships with no losses. How many losses did we take from sinking the Russian fleet? Oh my god, I'd have to go back in time to have a look at that. Or back into the episodes to have a look at that. I'm very interested in that one, actually. I'd love to know how many naval losses we take over the course of this campaign. Oh. Oh. Oh, oh, whoa. Wow. The loss of one ship for the loss of 31 of theirs. 31 ships. Right, so these are torpedo boats. We've sunk quite a few of those. And they had some cavalry apparently aboard here. That's quite interesting. Some artillery. So, yeah, look at that. We've sunk 42 ships so far. 42 ships for our one ship lost. That is definitely a high tally for the Entente to take. And, yeah, without any threat from the Grand Fleet, then we can kind of do this with impunity. Okay, we're going to see our attack over here, defend escape route. So we know what they're going to deploy for, so that's interesting. We need to find a plan to be able to beat that. And I believe a mass... There we go. A wave assault is generally quite nice. Mass fire is quite good, actually. I think I'll go for massed fire. We might, well, we'll go for wave assault then. Oh, well, we weren't even reinforced when we had victory. Okay, so we had double, well, we had almost double the number of artillery pieces that they did. And I do note the fact that these are light artillery pieces compared to our heavy... Oh no, we do have... Well, each division does indeed have its own light artillery, so fair enough. They have a piece of medium artillery over here, but we have our guys here. Okay, I'm interested in how this battle actually went on then. Let's take a look at some of these modifiers then, shall we? I wish this was sort of animated, like if you could see like something down here showing deployment, that would be fantastic. So the battle started, and then the first round, which was the round that the battle ended. So we inflicted 7 upon him, but he inflicted, well, inflicted 14 upon us. So that's quite interesting. Yeah, his battle plan actually succeeded. Right, our men were fairly exhausted, apparently by the marching. In place, artillery batteries opened a devastating fire. Yeah, so we got quite a lot of fire in that round. Signs of cowardice. Okay, so they were entrenched. What level were they entrenched at? 181. That's quite effective, actually. Right. So there we go, we captured Briare. And now we can move some more men forwards. So you can see how things are going now. We can move Ruprecht Bon Veillan, well, Beyan, to Longwy. And that allows more forces on the frontage. Okay. Yeah, even if he's attacked now, he would be supported by the other parts of the German army there. Oh my god, you know what I should do? I should save the Max Hoffman decision until the Tsar takes command, and then what I could do with that is basically lock the Tsar in Prussia. Oh my god, that's brilliant. I'm definitely going to do that. And then doing that, we can basically lock the Tsar in and absolutely crush his armies. Holy shit, that's what we need to do. That's it. That's our game plan, ladies and gentlemen. If there is any ladies who do watch my content, I would be extremely surprised. Okay, there we go. So research and technology has just unlocked as we've now entered early January 1915. The Russians continue with their offensive into East Prussia, but to no avail. Now these mountain troops. I wonder if these troops would work in our German stacks and still give their bonuses. I imagine they probably would, so that's quite interesting. Okay, what do we have here? Right, yes, this is research and development. Yep, okay. Do we have anything over here? Right, we have a breach in Antwerp for a total of 1 breaches. We inflicted 20 hits to the enemy during the siege of Antwerp and forts. Well, that's quite good. Western Entente is besieging Baston. They're oh. Ooh. That's not good. How many men do we have in here? 23,000. There we go. Okay. Ah, well, here we go. So we can send out this cavalry. What do you have? Infantry? Oh no, you have reserve. Yeah, we can send these guys out. Relievers over here. 19 days though. That's kind of harsh. We'll move into the province here, try and reclaim this artillery. We have some extra supplies over here, so I'll have to remember that one. Yes, right then, so the weather is still quite bad. Okay, we'll move up to here. 32 days? Really? I somehow doubt that. Yeah, that's a lot better. I was going to say 32 days. That's not right there, Sonny Jim. Okay. Now the weather is extremely bad right now. Yeah, this is harsh weather. So any further offensives are really not what we want right now. Though I can continue to hold my positions.